we like to fight back against the corruption in politics, and we're in favor of free and fair elections. That's true at the Young Turks, true at Wolf-PAC. And the whole point of Wolf-PAC is to get us those free and fair elections. And, you know, we've been told over and over again it's not possible, and we've shown in state after state that it is possible, including the largest state in the union, California. In Connecticut, we had a good result in the House last year, but we ran out of time in the Senate. And by the way, that happens. It's happened in many states. You think this is easy? It ain't easy, right? And so you know what you do? You get back up and you go forward again. So that's what we're in the middle of doing, and guess what we're doing now? We're winning, okay? It's amazing what you can win if you actually fight, if you try. You know, you'll get the message on TV, on the same TV that is awash with money from politics, that, oh, there's nothing that can be done. It's just the system. That's the way it is. Well, it's not the system in any other country, and we didn't have to legalize bribery, and we did. So we at Wolf-PAC think that there's a better way to do this. So we went to Connecticut again this year, and there's a joint committee there, the House and the Senate in Connecticut do it this way, and they had another vote to see if the Wolf-PAC resolution to call for a convention to get money out of politics should advance. And it wasn't easy this time either, 8-7. But yes, we won. Okay, now it's just the committee. We got to go to the House and Senate again, and we got to pass in both those places. But I wanted to give shout outs to the wonderful state reps and senators who worked on this, because look, these guys at the state level, they are our next founding fathers. We've lost our democracy. Princeton did a study that showed for over 2 decades, public opinion had no relationship, no correlation to public policy. That means you don't live in a democracy. The representatives at the national level don't care at all what you think. But at the state level, they still do. And those guys can call for a convention and get our democracy back for us. So it's not an exaggeration to say they are our new founding fathers. In the case of Connecticut, so far in the committee, these are the heroes of SJ 33. Senate Chair Senator Steve Cassano, you're going to hear from him in just a little bit. House Chair Representative Ed Jatilla, he's going to speak on this as well. Representative David Alexander, Representative Matt Lesser, Representative Patricia Miller, Representative Greg Haddad, Representative Jonathan Steinberg, and by the way, he gave a strong speech on the floor of the House last year and was critical, and Senator Terry Giarratana. So the founding fathers and mothers in Connecticut of a democracy that we are going to bring back to America. So now let me show you some of the people who spoke out in favor of it. First we'll go to Senator Steve Cassano.
I can tell you as the first victim in Connecticut of Citizens United and their money, I'd like to see them there. You need to have this passed in this building. This building knows what Citizens United is. There's nothing nebulous about it. It's real. It changes the face of politics in America. You know, people wonder when they see these ads, millions and millions and millions of dollars of ads, why are they happening? They're happening because we haven't stopped this. And so I applaud your efforts.
Well, we're going to stop it, okay, and we're going to do it together. We need volunteers in Connecticut. We need volunteers in all these different states. We're busy in so many states right now, passing in different chambers in different states. Be on the winning team. Oh man, when our state leaders and our state volunteers in different places like Vermont, California, Illinois, etc., when they won, nothing feels better. To get into democracy and have it work for you and feel that power, it doesn't get any better than that. Wolf-PAC.com. Hold. Let me give you one more quick speech here. Representative Ed Jatilla. He was a hero on this last year, helped pass it in the House, gave a strong speech. I want to show you again. Here he is.
I'd just like to join with my colleagues in admiring your passion, your idealism, and your concern for the fate of our democracy. I share your concern for the fate of our democracy under the current circumstances. If Wolf-PAC numbers are anywhere near close to correct, and somewhere near 90% of the people, if you ask them and, you know, if they understand Citizens United. I mean, if you were to explain that to them, for those who have never heard of it, that my guess is that somewhere between 3/4 and 90% probably would say, yeah, let's get the money out of politics.
Isn't that super cool to have representatives talking about Wolf-PAC all across the country? You made that happen. Okay, you built that. And you can do it in your own state. Become a volunteer, become a member, do whatever you're going to do, wolf-pac.com, but be part of this. It's super exciting. And for those representatives, some, by the way, of course, fight us. Not all roses, right? We didn't win last year in this particular state. Again, we ran out of time. I think we're going to win this year. But we certainly don't win in every state. And there's some representatives who are not the good guys, who are the goats. And we'll be talking about those guys as well. We've talked about some of them in the past, and we will in the future. But we should celebrate the representatives that actually represent us. It's wonderful when you see democracy in action. Let's get it back at the national level. Join Wolf-PAC right now. Make it happen. wolf-pac.com. Go.